Vietnam receives first batch of COVID-19 vaccine. Foreign sellers anchored at Vung Tau test positive for coronavirus. Festive activities excluded from upcoming Hồng Kông Temple Festival. Vietnamese airlines on-time performance hits 94.6%. Vietnam to host Davis Cup event. Those are the headlines for FBNC News today. This is Kênh. Vietnam received the first batch of 117,000 doses of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine on Wednesday, February 24th, ahead of the planned rollout of the Southeast Asian countries' vaccination program from next month. The vaccine, which arrived at Ho Chi Minh City on a flight from South Korea, will be used to inoculate more than 50,000 people who are seen as high risk, the government said in a statement. Deputy Health Minister Trung Quốc Cường was at the airport to meet the consignment of vaccines flown in from Seoul. The batch is a part of 30 million doses that the Vietnam Vaccine Joint Stock Company, a company set up to handle vaccine import and distribution, will bring in, the government said. Vietnam said on Tuesday health workers, diplomats and military personnel would be among the first to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Two crew members aboard a Singaporean vessel anchored offshore of southern Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu province have tested positive for SARS-CoV-2, while two others are suspected of carrying the virus. The ship named Ocean Amazing traveled from Indonesia and was scheduled to deliver cargo in Vietnam. But on February 20th, when it was about to enter Vietnamese waters, one of its 21 sailors committed suicide. The Provincial Center of Disease Control tested the remaining 20 sailors for the novel coronavirus on the same day, detecting 5 positive cases and 1 suspected case. However, a second test conducted by the center on February 23rd found only 2 infections and 1 suspected case. Gene sequencing is being performed on the samples by the Ho Chi Minh City-based Pasteur Institute. The sailors are still on the vessels and have not carried out procedure to enter Vietnam. The ship's owner expects it to return to Indonesia to replace the crew and disinfect before it returns to Vietnam with the cargo. According to the Provincial Committee for COVID-19 Prevention and Control, no community transmissions have been reported in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. The Central Highlands province of Gia Lai removed social distancing order in 4 localities, reporting no new COVID-19 cases in the last 14 days, according to its announcement issued on February 24th. They include Ayun Pa Township and the district of Ia Pa, Phu Thinh, and Krông Pa. Students of the province are set to return to school on March the 1st, while socio-economic activities will resume in the new circumstance. Gia Lai had logged no COVID-19 infections as of 5 p.m. on February 24th, marking 2 weeks without new cases. The province has tested 15,127 people, of which 27 were positive for the coronavirus SARS-CoV-2 that causes COVID-19. 7 patients were given the all clear. Most of those under treatment are in stable conditions, as 3 of them have tested negative thrice, 7 thrice, and 4 once. Gia Lai has to date completed contact tracing in searching for F1 and F2 cases. Local people are asked to strictly follow the Ministry of Health's 5K rules, which in Vietnamese stand for face mask, disinfection, distance, no gathering, and health declaration. Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are planning to reopen schools on March the 1st, according to the Ministry of Education and Training, after a 2-week delay to reschedule resumption when Tết holiday and mid-February. The department said most parents want their children to go to school. To prepare for the reopening, the administration has called for disinfecting schools and adopting preventive measures. This week, the department will ensure these tasks are undertaken at all schools. To date, 51 provinces and cities nationwide have already reopened school. Only ritual ceremonies will be held at the Hung King's Temple Festival in the northern province of Phu Tha this year due to COVID-19, held a meeting of local authorities on February 23rd.
Incense and flower offering ceremonies are scheduled to take place at the Hung King's Temple relic site in Victory City on April 17th and 21st. The strict implementation of COVID-19 prevention and control measures was ordered at the meeting, along with traffic safety and social security. Normally including myriad festive activities, the festival was cancelled last year due to the pandemic. It welcomed over 7 million visitors in 2019. Legend has it that the eldest son of the Lạc Long Quân, son of Kinh Vung, and Âu Cơ, the fairy daughter of Gia Lai, was made king. He named the country Vung Tau and set up the capital in Vung Tau, modern-day Victory City, beginning the 18 dynasties of the Hung Kings. The kings chose Nghĩa Linh Mountain, the highest in the region, to perform rituals devoted to the rice and sun deities to pray for healthy crops. To honor their substantial contributions, a complex of temples dedicated to the kings was built on Nghĩa Linh Mountain, and the 10th day of the third lunar month serves as the national commemorative anniversary for the kings. The worshipping rituals of the Hung Kings was recognized as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity in 2012.
The Ministry of Public Security plans to have issued chip-based ID cards to 50 million citizens by July 1st this year.
The Ministry of Public Security will direct police departments nationwide to eligible citizens after the National Population Database System and ID card production, issuance and management system are put in place on February 25th. Under the law on citizen identification in 2014, people from 14 years of age can obtain an ID card, which is then renewed when they turn 25, 40 and 60 years of age. More than 29,000 citizens have obtained new ID cards to date, including 1,369 delegates to the 13th National Party Congress. The National Population Database System is one of 5 databases that help form e-government, while also serving as a basis to develop the digital economy and society, and creating a premise for building other databases.
Farming households in the Mekong Delta need to apply high-tech practices to develop value-added agricultural products that can enter global value chains, according to Lê Minh Hoan, Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development.
Mr. Hoan said it was vital to offer incentives and loans to farmers who use sustainable and climate-friendly production processes. Millions of small-scale farming households, which are the most critically affected by climate change, need access to innovative technologies and practices, as well as market information. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted global supply chains, posing risks to farmers and exporters of farm produce. The most affected products have been fresh fruits, vegetables, and aquatic products, according to the Vietnam Academy of Agricultural Sciences. To cope with the outbreak, major firms including the Lộc Trời Group, Vingroup, PAN Group, and Hoàng Anh Gia Lai have invested in high-tech applications. Firms are also working with cooperatives and farming households to create clean and safe food sources. They are training farmers in brand management and offering technical and seed support to improve quality control during processing and before harvesting. In the future, Mekong Delta will face a growing population and rising urbanization. Pollution, landslides, coastal erosion, and loss of natural forest land are all expected to increase. Because arable land and harvests will shrink worldwide, productivity and a sufficient supply of quality food must increase, while natural resources remain protected. Since more than 70% of the Vietnam's agricultural products are from 22 million smallholder farmers, local agribusinesses should not depend solely on major corporations to promote innovative solutions, experts have said. Other challenges include farmers' limited capital. Switching to high-tech agriculture requires a considerable upfront investment. Another major issue is market and consumer confidence. Building brands and winning customer confidence are essential for Vietnamese brands so they can take advantage of major export markets like the EU under the new EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement. According to the White Book on Vietnamese Businesses 2020, the Mekong Delta currently has more than 55,000 enterprises, accounting for only 7.2% of the country's total number.
Vietnamese Airlines on-time performance from January 19 to February reached 94.6%, according to the Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam, or CAAV.
Bamboo Airways recorded the highest rate of 96.7%, followed by Pacific Airlines 96.5%, Vietnam Airlines 96.3%, Vietravel Airlines 93.6%, Vasco 93.4%, and Vietjet Air 91.7%. Experts said the figures demonstrate the great efforts by the domestic airlines given the impact of new infections in the northern provinces of Hải Dương and Quảng Ninh ahead of the Lunar New Year festival. During the period, the domestic airlines operated 20,944 flights, representing a month-on-month increase of 7.4%. Despite the impact of COVID-19, the Hanoi-Ho Chi Minh City route remained one of the world's busiest domestic routes. It is ranked second globally with 1,085 million passengers in February, just behind the Jeju-Seoul Gimpo route in the Republic of Korea, according to a report released in February by OAG, a global travel data provider headquartered in the UK. Ensuring the safety of flights, passengers, airport staff, and crew members remains the top priority of the airlines.
The International Tennis Federation, or ITF, has confirmed Vietnam as among the host nations for Davis Cup Group, the third event in Asia Oceania taking place in the middle of the year. The tournament is set to be held from June 16th to 19th at the Hai Dang Tennis Club in Tây Ninh City in the southern province of the same name. The Vietnamese team, ranked 71st in the world, may face either Hong Kong, Syria, Sri Lanka, Kuwait, Qatar, Jordan, Pacific Oceania, or Malaysia. Its opponents remain unknown as the ITF and Davis Cup Organizing Board have yet to announce the date for the tournament's group stage draw. Vietnam last hosted the Asia Oceania Group, the third in 2018, finishing top that year. They missed out on a place in World Group, the second, after falling 4-0 to Morocco in the playoffs in 2020. So the team aims to bounce back and earn themselves a spot in the next year's World Group, the second playoffs. Prominent Vietnamese players include Lý Hoàng Nam, Trịnh Linh Giang, Lê Quốc Khanh, and Phạm Minh Tuấn, among others. The 4 players representing the country at the tournament will be announced in May. And that has wrapped up our program for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.